This is my little DuraMax generator, which is a real dog to start if you have to pull the string on this. So the battery was actually, it wasn't functioning anymore. So I'm actually replacing that battery, which is a 7 ampere hour battery. And I'm going with a little bit bigger one. This is a 9 ampere hour battery. Now the issue here is, I'm going to be trying this soon, but the issue here is actually fitting this into the same space because it's actually got a different footprint. So I'm going to have to deal with that. And if you try and put this in there, you find it doesn't fit. So what I've decided to do is get rid of this lip. It seems to be the easiest solution. It's just sheet metal. I'm going to bend that out and then try this in place. I found a chisel here with a wide blade on it, and I've got a couple of vice grips here. So we're just going to pull this down and see if this will bend this out. Not doing so bad. Okay. No, let's go on this side. A little bit over here. Move this down. A little bit. Pull it down so you can get smashed up, and then pull it down here. Now this space is a little bit tight for this side of the battery. Where's that from? I'm pretty sure. I think that's not bad. Let's see if it's going to fit. Look at that. All right, so one thing is just have to be careful here because it's a little bit closer to the chassis, and we don't want to be shorting those terminals out. So maybe I can consider putting some insulated material here. Now, since I've removed this lip here, this battery could just come out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I've got some pieces of stainless here, and which I just happen to have. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this into an L shape. I'm going to put it in the vise, and I'm going to bend over an L shape, and I'm going to screw it on here. So that should hold the battery, stop it from falling out. So all I'm going to do, I've got this fastened in the vise here. I'm going to just use a piece of wood and push this over, see if it will go. It doesn't want to. All right, so I'm going to just tap it a little bit. Damaging my piece of wood. There we go. That should do the trick. Nice. So next job is put a couple of holes in here. Found a couple of little screws. I'm going to try and use these. There's some hex head screws. Good. All right, that's two holes in there. Let's see if these screws are going to fit through those holes. It's just a little bit. All right, that's not bad. So I got my little bracket clamped in place, and I'm going to drill through these holes into the metal below, and this is what I'm going to be. Hopefully this drill is going to be about the right size to be able to thread it with a self-tapping screw. Battery just went dead. This generator is missing a leg. All right, the moment of truth. Let's see if this is going to be the right size to be able to just thread this self-tapping screw. I'm going to put the other one. There's another drill that needs to be charged up. Let's try again. I think that's not bad. Basically, I'm going to tidy this up a little bit. So now, before I get this fastened in place, I'm going to get these screws sorted out. So some new screws come with it, attached to the battery. So I'm going to make sure that they're going to go through the terminals. And here's the terminal, here's the red one. Perfect. Guess since this is a little bit taller, that short little wire there is it's just a little bit short, but it's not an issue. Let's put this in now. See if I can keep my finger behind and screw this in. All right, looks good, looks good. Good. I just need to get those tightened up and we'll be ready to give this a try. And then, of course, these have a cover, so I'm going to just pull those covers over so that we don't have any issues with this arcing off on the chassis. All right, so that rubber boot is just perhaps a tad small for this size of a terminal, but it's kind of gone over. I'm going to work it on a little bit better. All right, now it's good. Now it's good. And this one too. That's good. All right, so once I've got that there, get this in. All right, let's throw this. It's in. That's not coming up. So I've got everything connected up now, and what I'm just going to do first for the record is check the voltage of this battery. And if we can show that on the camera, this says 12.9. I'm running from the propane tank, and the propane tank is turned on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it to the start position. I've got the choke on, so let's see if it's going to work. Now this has been a real pain to start in the past, and the only way I could get this to start was with using the starter. Okay, and just push the button on the back there, get some, perhaps there was some air in it. Let's try again. I'm just going to back off this choke a little bit, see if that's going to help. Turn it all the way off. Just got to find the right position for that choke. Okay, now we're getting close. Everything's working good. So I'm just going to shut this down and check the battery again. Okay, so here's the meter, and right now it's at 13.1, so it was charging a little bit. Of course, it's going to settle down back to, it's probably back to 12.8 or something like that, but looks good.